Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we will be taking a look at the life of Prince Andrew, the Duke of York. He is the second son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, and he was born on February 19, 1960. As a member of the royal family, Prince Andrew has been involved in a wide range of public engagements and charitable activities. He served in the Royal Navy for over 2 decades and saw active service during the Falklands War in 1982. After leaving the Navy, he focused on his philanthropic work and became involved with several organizations, including the Teenage Cancer Trust and the Outward Bound Trust. Prince Andrew has also been involved with several business ventures throughout his life. He served as the UK's Special Representative for International Trade and Investment from 2001 to 2011, during which time he worked to promote British businesses abroad. In addition, he has been involved with several charities and organizations that work to support entrepreneurship and small businesses. However, in recent years, Prince Andrew has been embroiled in a number of controversies. In 2019, he faced allegations of sexual misconduct, including accusations of having sex with an underage girl who was allegedly trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender. Prince Andrew has denied the allegations, but his association with Epstein has led to calls for him to step back from his public duties. In response to the allegations, Prince Andrew resigned from his public duties in November 2019. He has since faced further criticism for his handling of the situation, including a controversial interview with the BBC's Emily Maitlis in which he addressed the allegations. Overall, Prince Andrew's life has been marked by both achievements and controversies. He has dedicated much of his life to public service and charitable work, but his association with Jeffrey Epstein and the allegations of sexual misconduct have overshadowed his legacy in recent years. Prince Andrew, Duke of York. In full: Andrew Albert Christian Edward, Duke of York, Earl of Inverness, and Baron Killyleagh, formerly Prince Andrew. Born February 19, 1960, London, England, British naval officer and royal. The third child and second son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. He was the first child born to a reigning British monarch, male or female, since 1857. For the first 22 years of his life, until the birth of his nephew Prince William, he was second in the line of succession to the British throne, behind Charles, Prince of Wales. Andrew was born in Buckingham Palace, London. After early instruction there and at a primary school, he attended the Gordonstoun boarding school in Scotland, as did Philip and Charles before him. In addition, he was briefly an exchange student at Lakefield College School in Ontario, Canada. After completing his secondary education, he entered Britannia Royal Naval College, BRNC, Dartmouth, in 1979 to train as a naval officer. Following in his father's footsteps, Andrew completed the course at BRNC in 1980. He then underwent pilot training in both fixed-wing aircraft and helicopters and received his pilot's wings in 1981. The following year, as a Royal Navy sub-lieutenant assigned to HMS Invincible, he flew helicopter missions in the Falklands War. Andrew remained on active duty after the war ended. Most of his service was in naval aviation, but he also commanded HMS Cottesmore, a mine countermeasures vessel, between 1993 and 1994. In his last years of active duty, he worked in London for the Ministry of Defence and the Royal Navy. He retired in 2001 with the rank of commander but maintained his naval affiliation, reaching the honorary rank of Vice Admiral in 2015. Andrew married Sarah Ferguson, popularly known as Fergie, on July 23, 1986. On the same day, he was created Duke of York, the title traditionally carried by the British monarch's second son and held for life. The previous Duke of York had been his grandfather, King George VI, before the abdication of Edward VIII in 1936. Andrew and Sarah had 2 daughters, Princess Beatrice, born August 8, 1988, and Princess Eugenie, born March 23, 1990. The couple separated in 1992 and divorced in 1996. After his retirement from active military service, Andrew took on more of the traditional duties of a royal family member, supporting charities and attending various ceremonies and events. In connection with his patronage of the Outward Bound Trust, an organization that sponsors outdoor adventures for youth. He was one of 40 people to rappel, abseil, down the side of the Shard, a skyscraper in London, in 2012. In the early 21st century, Andrew attracted controversy for his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, an American financier who became a convicted sex offender in 2008 and was awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges when he committed suicide in August 2019. A woman named Virginia Giuffre claimed that in 2001, while underage, she was forced by Epstein to have sex with the prince. Andrew denied the allegations, and in November 2019 he gave a televised interview concerning Epstein. Andrew stated that he did not regret their friendship, which reportedly ended in 2010, and seemed to downplay Epstein's conduct by calling it unbecoming. Those and other comments created an uproar, and days after the interview, Andrew announced that he was stepping back from his public duties. In 2021, Giuffre filed a civil lawsuit against Andrew, claiming that he sexually abused her when she was 17. The following year, Andrew gave up his military titles and royal patronages. After attempts to dismiss the case failed, he settled the civil lawsuit with Giuffre in 2022. The financial terms were not disclosed. Prince Andrew's involvement with Jeffrey Epstein has been a major source of controversy in recent years. Epstein was a convicted sex offender who was accused of trafficking young girls for sexual purposes. Prince Andrew was a friend of Epstein's and has been accused of having sexual relations with one of Epstein's alleged victims, Virginia Roberts Giuffre, when she was underage. Prince Andrew's association with Epstein has led to widespread criticism and calls for him to step back from his public duties. In November 2019, he announced that he would be stepping back from his public duties for the foreseeable future in light of the controversy. The controversy surrounding Prince Andrew has also raised questions about the role of the royal family in modern society. Some have argued that the royal family's continued existence is outdated and that they should not receive public funding. Others have defended the royal family, arguing that they play an important role in promoting British culture and values. Despite the controversy, Prince Andrew's charitable work and public service should not be overlooked. He has been involved with several organizations that work to support entrepreneurship and small businesses, and he has been a vocal advocate for British businesses abroad. In addition, he has been involved with several charities that support young people, including the Teenage Cancer Trust and the Outward Bound Trust. Overall, Prince Andrew's life has been marked by both achievements and controversies. His association with Jeffrey Epstein has overshadowed much of his legacy in recent years, but his dedication to public service and charitable work should not be forgotten. In addition to his involvement with Jeffrey Epstein, Prince Andrew's life has been marked by several other controversies. For example, in 2001, he was criticized for his friendship with a wealthy businessman, the son of the former president of Kazakhstan, who was accused of corruption. The following year, he faced criticism for his conduct during a skiing vacation in Switzerland, during which he was seen partying with models and actresses. In addition, Prince Andrew has been criticized for his extravagant lifestyle and his use of public funds. He has been accused of spending millions of pounds on travel and other expenses, and he has been criticized for his use of private jets and luxury accommodations. Despite these controversies, Prince Andrew has also achieved several notable accomplishments throughout his life. He served in the Royal Navy for over 2 decades and saw active service during the Falklands War in 1982. After leaving the Navy, he focused on his philanthropic work and became involved with several organizations, including the Teenage Cancer Trust and the Outward Bound Trust. Prince Andrew has also been involved with several business ventures throughout his life. He served as the UK's Special Representative for International Trade and Investment from 2001 to 2011, during which time he worked to promote British businesses abroad. In addition, he has been involved with several charities and organizations that work to support entrepreneurship and small businesses. Overall, Prince Andrew's life has been marked by both achievements and controversies. While his association with Jeffrey Epstein and other controversies have overshadowed much of his legacy, his dedication to public service and charitable work should not be overlooked. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like this video so that you will not miss the next video. Comment down below today.